Hi, my name's Stave000,
And I'm Alkaline Weevil too.
and we're from Co-op Chaos, a new channel that features both of us playing video games, I guess.
Yep, what it's going to be consisting of is Stave over here teaching me how to play some of the newer generation of video games, since I haven't played since about PlayStation 2.
So this series of videos is called Minigame Mayhem, where I create a map in Forge, some sort of small competition, and we compete in order to win, I don't know, internet points?
Bragging rights.
Yeah, I guess that's about it. So, I guess that's about it for introduction, and now we'll show you the first minigame. So, this is the first minigame, and basically, somewhere out in the distance, and you can only see it with the sniper double scoped up, there's a falling fusion coil, which you can see. By the way, I'm on the top screen, and Weevil's on the bottom screen. You can kind of see it passing through my scope right now, and we're having a hard time finding it because it's pretty small and it's a big area. And basically, you just have to shoot it once. First one to shoot it wins a point. So, what did you think of this one?
I pretty much hated it. This was my first time ever attempting to use a system where I controlled the camera myself. You guys gotta remember, PlayStation 2, it had the camera control systems for you.
Not in everything.
Anything I ever tried doing, like Spyro the Dragon, yeah. And so I was having a really hard time with that in this situation.
The nice thing about this minigame, though, was your actual skill in Halo didn't matter. It was all about after you found it, because it's all about reflexes. You just find it, you leave the scope, and then you don't have to do anything. Well, except, hit the trigger. And what I also found out, which I didn't know even though I've been playing Halo for a while, is when you reload with your scope in the exact same spot, and you rescope in, it points to the exact same spot. Which was pretty lucky for us, since it took us a lot of tries.
It was pretty hard. The box fell pretty fast.
Yeah, that box was not fun to program, but anyway, I zoomed in on the bottom screen here because, yeah.
I won.
Yeah, she complained so much about how hard it was. Did a little celebration.
Yeah, I pretty much owned him.
Have anything else to say about that game?
Not so much. It was a pretty straightforward game.
Okay. So we fall off the cliff. It's one way to end the game. Poor transition. So, she's up by 1 point, but we still got one more minigame to go in this episode. And this one was a race to the finish. So if you look at my screen on the top, you can kind of see what you have to do. We both had jetpacks, and you had to jump across the little platforms into the man cannon, which would bring you to teleporters, which brings you to the island below, where there's a small sprint section, and yeah, and then you had to collect the overshield at the bottom to win. And you had a lot of problems with this game.
I did. My main problem was definitely the jetpack, just because I had no clue at all. It was a lot of failure. A lot.
But, to be fair, I did offer to let her try out the jetpack for a while before we played this game, and she said no.
I decided to be really true to this channel. I would have to just go at it.
Oh, and also in this area, which you can kind of see in probably earlier, there are some falling ghost debris too, which I think killed me at least once.
I never got hit by one of those. My most trouble was actually landing on a platform.
Oh, here's a big fail, I think, for me. On the top. Wait, maybe not. Oh, we paused for a minute there because the jetpack wasn't respawning. But yep, I think, was this my fail?
Yeah, this is where you got cocky. Yep.
Yep.
There you go. You missed the platform.
You can't get cocky with Halo minigames, I guess.
And he definitely gets cocky sometimes.
Thanks. So, and then we had to wait again, because, I don't know, I must not have the jetpack set right. I'm not very good at Forge, if you haven't noticed by now. I don't use it very often, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just constantly failing. I had no chance in this. It was a lot of me just falling from, like, the first two platforms. It's a good time.
You got pretty far one time, though.
I did, and then I think I flew into the balls.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't know if I included that clip, but that was funny because you got really mad. Oh.
This was a terrible, terrible round for me.
That's when you were button mashing.
I was button mashing because that is what you do when in doubt. I must say though, guys, after this I went and played Spyro the Dragon, the first one ever made for PlayStation, and I actually kept trying to control the camera and was getting mad at the camera. So I must say that this has bettered me.
Yeah, she's been changed. Oh, and there. I don't let it get to my head this time. I don't know what you're doing. You're not moving.
I think I've given up. I think I'm just watching you as you're about to win.
Yep. I paused there for a second just to be nice, but you know, I pretty much had this one in the bag. Oh, and then I zoomed in on me failing again because I couldn't find where I put the overshield, which it wasn't supposed to be a hard thing, so I shouldn't have had an advantage, but there it was, hiding in the distance. You didn't miss anything on the bottom screen, don't worry. And there. That's the second minigame. Bring the score up from 1 to 1. Any closing remarks?
Then I will definitely make a comeback next time around.
Alright, so that was the first episode of Minigame Mayhem. See you next time.